Hi, welcome to Ocean Yemi's channel. So, as I'm a bit freer today, I'm a bit free. I'm going to tell you about this fake Harris. Okay, Iris. I've been seeing certain videos on this lady as well, and I do believe she has a lot of issues with herself. Hold on, let me see. I can find my pictures of her. Let me see if I could find. Let me show you her. This lady. Um, Let me keep it flipping. Yeah. So this lady was really doing the elite. She actually faked who she was for a very long time. Um, the good thing is that how what I like about stories like this is that it literally gets made into series or movies, or her name is literally everywhere, I feel. And though this was done how long ago, how long back, it seems like it just shows how easy you can infiltrate socialites, elite spaces, whatever, if you got the know-how. Now, this young lady have she's done a lot. She's done a lot, this young lady. She's a very deluded lady. I feel she has a bit of mental health. She's very entitled. She's very she wanted to live larger than she can. She wanted to live bigger than who she is, which is nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with ambition at the end of the day. Is how you get to the next level in life, that you feel that you have to be somebody else or something else so that you can be whoever you want to be. So we'll stop this one. Anyways, let's go to some of the. Don't know whether. Oh, this won't even blow up. Hold up. Okay, let me just play it because it's just playing up right now.
This is one of those you just can't make up. A story, Seat and Green. Anna, out today. Rachel Williams shares what's kind of a heartbreaking story that some are calling mashup between Sex and the City meets Catch Me If You Can, telling how she fell under the spell of Anna Sorokin, a newcomer to New York who turned out to be a hotel hopping social grifter.
Rachel Williams is wondering how she missed the red flags.
How do you feel about Anna Sorokin today?
I believe she's a sociopath.
Speaking on camera for the first time about Anna Sorokin, who for more than a year betrayed Rachel and others and is now in prison for defrauding luxury hotels, banks, even a private jet company to the tune of more than $250,000. A tale Rachel recounts in her new book, My Friend Anna, The True Story of a Fake Heiress.
Were you seduced by her and her behavior in some ways?
I'd say yes. I was captivated by it. I was sort of fascinated by her willingness to just challenge boundaries.
Anna Sorokin's inconceivable life as the so-called Soho scammer began when she moved to New York in 2014, assuming the name Anna Delvey, claimed to be a German heiress with a $67 million trust fund, talking her way into exclusive New York parties and nightclubs, which is how she met Rachel Williams, then 28, a photo editor at Vanity Fair magazine.
What were your first impressions?
She was slightly offbeat. She had curious mannerisms.
No pictures. No pictures.
Anna picked up the tab, treating Rachel to fancy dinners and even $300 a pop private fitness sessions.
I was so glad to have this person who was available and seemed really excited to be my friend.
Then, in the spring of 2017, Anna offers an all-expenses-paid trip to Morocco. And the highlight takes a dip. Anna's credit cards mysteriously stop working.
I'm frustrated at the disorganization, but at this point I still trust her.
Fearful of being stranded in a foreign country, Rachel says she offers her credit cards as a temporary backup, even though she can't afford it.
I leave before Anna does. When I land, I get a text message that the whole bill is being charged to my cards.
How much?
$62,000.
$62,000. How did you even wrap your mind around that?
It was such a complex, paralyzing moment for me. She owed me more money than I made in a year.
She keeps promising you the bank is going to pay you, the wire transfer is going to happen. What is going on for you internally?
It was starting to eat at me. I'm late with my rent. I'm late with my credit card payments.
Soon, it's clear that Rachel has been duped. She goes to police and then the Manhattan DA. When Anna can't be found, Rachel turns to social media to smoke her out, aiding investigators in a sting operation. In the summer of 2017, police arrest Anna Sorokin in Malibu, California. You were putting your neck out there to try to capture her. Why was that so important to you?
The money was extremely destabilizing, yes, but what was equally upsetting to me was sort of this riddle that needed to be solved.
Rachel now knows the awful, painful truth. Her friend is no heiress, but a con artist, the Russian-born daughter of middle-class parents who faked financial records and wrote bad checks. Testifying in court, Rachel comes face-to-face with her former friend, who shows up for trial in designer clothes.
I wasn't sure what to expect in seeing Anna after all that time. When I did look at her, she was smirking at me.
Did it unnerve you?
No, shockingly. I thought it would.
In May, 28-year-old Anna was convicted of 8 charges against her, including grand larceny, but found not guilty of defrauding Rachel. She was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison and ordered to pay nearly $200,000 in restitution. Her attorney insists Anna meant no real harm.
I don't believe a criminal act occurred. She made a voluntary choice to put this debt on her credit card. She didn't have to. She wasn't forced to do it. She chose to do it, and that was a mistake.
When you look back on it, should you have known better?
I think I wanted to see the good in her. I think it's also important to see reality and to understand what's right in front of you.
Trust your gut.
Trust your gut.
Well, she learned about trusting her gut. Anna's attorney, by the way, says they filed a notice of appeal. And in the meantime, as you might imagine, Hollywood has come knocking. This incredible tale will be adapted by Lena Dunham for an HBO show, a program. And Shonda Rhimes now is adapting it for a Netflix series. And if you're wondering what happened for Rachel with the money that she was on the hook for, I've got more details tonight on Nightline. You will learn what happened tonight.
Anna can't collect any money for
Hi Trips, hi Moonfae, hi Real Talk. So Anna Sorokin, or Davy as she is called to the socialites. She literally even got loans for businesses that wasn't there. She was one of the best con women, I would say, on I would say that is known, because there's probably many others like her. She was able to get money, take, like, get people to pay certain things, right. What she used to do, right, she used to write down the numbers from the bank cards. Yeah, this is a very good series to watch. It's very good. You learn so much about her. You literally look at her, and you're just like, right, you're mad. You're mad for the people, because the type of tricks she pulls, you think, wow. And they didn't see through that. They didn't see through it. They didn't see through it, because it's who you know. It's who you know. It's not what you know. It's who you know. She's able to talk herself into the swankiest of places. She was able to meet bankers who probably dealt with the best of the best. She was literally able to swing her way into stuff. Literally, how she got caught really was by fault. She was by fault, I will say, because she literally ended up. I mean, they went on a trip to Morocco, which is how this story was busted because the thing is, right in the Netflix, they literally there's a curiosity of a journalist, and when she goes searching for all the people, even certain ones who stuck by Anna for the longest time, she goes searching for all these people. And as I'm watching the series, I was able to Google some of the people that Anna was around. Like there's certain people, but Nefertari was her biggest, I would say her best backer of her. Other people realized who she was um, through, I think, bank charges particularly was her biggest thing. She liked to be in the best stuff. You have to dress to be accepted. If you're not dressed a certain way, like you are not looked on as someone special. She had that mindset. Mind you, she came from a simple life, a simple life. She made out that, she was this grand she had this grandeur about her, so everybody was really taken in by her. A couple people did actually see through her. The other one is Nefertari. Let me see if I can find Nefertari because I did bookmark it. Nefertari. Now Nefertari is an important factor. She befriended her as well. Let me see if I can. Oh, I think this is Nefertari. Yeah, Nefertari. Right, let's just stop this one and I'll show you Nefertari. Nefertari was really like wowed by her as well. She was just one of her biggest backers, I would say, in the game. Well, she wasn't even part of it. She was just taking on a ride that she thought she'd never be in, you see. Nefertari she befriended the con artist. The bitch was good. Neff Davis, who salunged her friendship with Anna Delvey into and consulting gig, has no regrets. I am like, thank you for committing your crimes because it got to me on Netflix. You know, in 2018, Nefertari Neff Davis received a strange DM from journalist Jessica Pleasure. The New York Magazine report told Davis she was investigating Davis' close friends Anna. Davis didn't know who she was talking about. A year earlier, while Davis was working as a concierge at the luxury 11 Howard Hotel, she had met Anna Delvey, a mysterious woman who styled herself as a German heiress and tipped Davis 100 bills for recommendations for local restaurants. Delvey, whose actual name Anna named Davis, would learn from Plesty as Anna Sirkin, stayed at the hotel for months and took a shine to the 25-year-old corsage, so much that she would sometimes sit with Davis in the lobby and work alongside her during the entirety of the Sorokin eventually left the hotel. She also disappeared from the forefront of Davis's mind. I'm not that It's not that I had forgot about her, but she had so many different crazy guests and famous guests at the hotel that Anna left. I was just like, oh, what, that was a cool friend. I wonder what happened to her. Davis told Vanity Fair by phone Wednesday. I felt like she maybe went back to Germany or Paris or something. So once Davis figured out who Pastille was investigating, I was like, oh yeah, Anna, who was my bitch. She wanted to know what the mysterious Harris had been up to. Jessica was like, oh yeah, she's in Rikers, said Davis. That's how I found out Anna was in jail. My mind was blown. I mean, it goes on. I'm gonna put a link to this one so you can have a read. Um, she was definitely down with her, because she showed her so many different sides. She introduced her to different things. Um, there's also many other people that Anna came into contact with. Um, Alan Reed. Alan Reed, who was the one who was helping her to get money for the space that she was supposedly be sorting out, turning it into something or whatever. And then he finds out later that he got had, and he was like, in the series you will see his reaction. If you haven't seen the series, you'll see his reaction and how he deals with that, because he just couldn't believe he was taken in by this so-called whoever she was. She was like, I won't say chameleon. She wasn't a chameleon, like, but she just knew how to play her cards, right? She got introduced to one person, and then she will learn how to talk to them. She will learn how to produce herself. She'll learn how to be that person. She'll learn how to, obviously, give the numbers. Um, she'll have ways so that she will front as a banker. There's so many ways, and because, like, it wasn't always credit cards that you will pay things through, she was able to do it through cyberspace. You see, this is where cyberspace once again comes into play. Yes, she was a talented Mr. Rigby. Hiya, Lavon. She was very talented at it. She was very good at what she was able to do. She just adapted herself. The only irritating thing I can say about this series is the accent that she has. This lady has a very funny face. I always feel that she had a slight disability, the way her face was slanted. But apparently, this is how the woman actually looked. Mind you, all through the series, you are really like hoping that the victims get her. The people that she conned and she swindled, um, you know, able to just sign for stuff. She was like an assistant to one lady. She ran up the whole bill to millions, thousands of pounds, even more. I think Rachel was the only one who clocked her more. Rachel and others clocked her more. But because she was one who liked to be on the, I would say, she was she, like, them social media people who like to take photographs. She'll stay in hotels for days, charging the whatever to the room and never paying, right? And then she did that. She carried on doing that for a very long time, being that she herself had problems of discord herself, which you later on see in the series. You see how she's so deluded. She thinks she is who she is. She is that person. There's no one can tell her who she's not. She knows, I am that person. I am a German heiress. My father is going to pay for my bills. Mind you, when people really, really, really looked into her properly, they realized she was not who she said she was. She was constantly leaning on friends, playing the emotions, like, literally. It was just quite sad to watch. One lady, when she figured out she was just playing on her emotions, right? She didn't like a dress or something what she had. Yeah, a socialite want to be. Sorry, I'm gonna start put up the things what you're saying. Hold on. The trickster, definitely. She's definitely a trickster. Definitely a Mr. Rigby. Definitely want to be socialite, yes, all that and above and more. She just wanted it all. She wanted to live in life of luxury. She just didn't care how she got it or who she had to step on to get it. She just had this way about her that made people wonder who she was. Why was this woman given $100 a time here then everywhere? Why waiting for a loan at the same time? you know Even the space that she wanted to have, um she just was like, I don't know, she's very much a swindler on on her hiatus, she had no qualms. She didn't care, like I said, who she stepped on. Let me see if I can also get another one. Hold on.
Made national headlines posing as a wealthy woman, but she was really a con artist who skipped out on bills and got others to finance her expensive lifestyle, including one friend who got stuck with the bill for a very expensive vacation to Morocco. Stephen Fabian has exclusive vacation videos you won't see anywhere else.
A socialite soaks up the sun at a fancy hotel in Morocco.
My skin looks very good.
She calls to book an exotic and lavish excursion.
Can we get a helicopter from the Marrakesh airport to go to Casablanca airport?
It all fit the image that Anna Delvey projected in her trendy circle of friends back home in New York, where everyone thought she was a wealthy heiress with $60 million in the bank. But it turned out 28-year-old Anna was nothing more than a grifter who was scamming her way through life.
She liked having butlers and cars waiting on her and housemaids.
Photographer Jesse Hawk shot this video of Anna living it up on vacation. They were there together with two high-profile society friends who had no idea they were being conned. She was the photo editor of Vanity Fair magazine, and she was Anna's personal trainer. Check out their $7,000 a night accommodations.
Everything was upscale. We were drinking fine wines and champagne. It was nice.
But Hawk says warning bells started going off. What started to happen that made you go, this doesn't seem right?
Well, when someone's bank cards don't work anywhere they go, it's a little weird.
She's trying to use her credit card on this trip, and what? It's declined? Nothing's working?
Yeah, it never works. People are punching it in manually. It doesn't go through. She always has these excuses,
When they returned home, Anna Delvey's scheme unraveled. She was exposed as Anna Sorokin, the daughter of a truck driver from Russia, and she didn't have a penny to her name. Her recent trial for bilking hotels and banks became a national sensation.
This woman may look like she is dressed for a fashion show and in her designer duds, but the wannabe socialite is actually on trial for swindling hundreds of thousands of dollars.
She hired us who dressed her for her court appearances, including this black number with a plunging neckline and choker. She reportedly once delayed court for 2 hours because she didn't like the outfit that had been picked for her. Last week, she was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison. Her lawyer says she'll appeal.
Certainly this was expected.
Jesse Hawk sums up the fake heiress.
Just lie after lie after lie.
For stories like this and more, watch Inside Edition weekdays at 4:30, followed by Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
Oops, went too far there. Okay, so basically, even at her own trial, what was my girl doing? She was sporting the fashion clothes. She wanted to look good for the camera. She was one of those, like I said, grandeur. Once again, she thought that there'd be loads of cameras there, loads of this there, loads of that there. She wanted to look special. She wanted to make her entrance. She definitely, I know I'm speaking about her in past tense. I shouldn't be because it's not like she's dead. But anyway, she basically wanted to catch the eye. She wanted to be famous. So even though she got famous by being the fake heiress, right? She wanted to be famous. She wanted to have her name up there, whatever the case may be. Now, the problem with all this now, when you're looking at her mindset as a person, what is going on with the woman? The woman, like I said, delusional as hell, delusional, totally. Like her. It's like she have a certain, like I think they called a psychopath. She was a psychopath who enjoyed, like, she didn't care how she got it. She walked all over people. The richest woman ever, she sent her a peacock. Like, after taking all her money, she played them so badly because why? It's not what you do, it's whom you know. So one person will know one person, they recommend you. Another person will know another person, they recommend you. And the cycle will begin. It's like a whole pyramid scheme all by itself. Basically, she was able to, like, be around, like different fashion designers, whatever. So the two women that is shown in the video, the black lady, the trainer, she tried to get into her emotional space and everything else. Rachel, which I feel is the bravest one. Rachel was the weakest one. Rachel was the bravest woman, because she tried to get the police involved in it so many ways. Then she had to end up doing it another way to try and get her. You know, Rachel, mind you, all that money that that got taken from her card, um, she was only able to pay off some of it. So she was constantly telling this girl, "Can you help? Can you pay me back my money?" She used a bit, what you call it, a company card, right? Which she does say all through her interviews. She talks about the company card, how it all became what it is now. She talks about it, how she tried to get her money from her. She's getting her chances after chances after chances after chances, you know. Then in the end, right, she had to go to the law. She had to go and stand up for herself so that she can get what was due to her, because Anna really did take the Mickey, right? Or yes, Anna really took the Mickey. She definitely was able to um try and what you call it, insert herself in places, right? She'll insert herself, she'll just be kind of like, she'll say the right words. It's all about what you say. Those are the ways that you can break into certain spaces, and she was definitely good at that. She definitely broke all that. She broke all the boundaries as well. So let me see what you're saying again. Hold on, is it showing it? There is nothing different about her. Most millionaires suspect she scammed the rich. Yeah, she scammed the rich really well too. Oh, thank you. I mean, yeah, thank you. Yeah. It it is really sad that white people do this, and then the media paints the picture like, look what happened, what a sad person. But if she was black, the media would have yes, they would have dragged her horribly. They would have. She would have been painted as this what am I thinking now? She would have been painted as the one who stole, this amount of money, poor them kind of thing. I think so. In this case, yeah, she is kind of portrayed like the poor thing, kind of as well, because like the victims, even the victims that was involved, Bernie Madoff as a young female. I'm gonna look that one up. Lavon. I'm gonna check him out. Let me. Oh, can't save it on here. All right, let me try save it on the other thing. Let me save it on the other thing. Oh, see, Daisy, where is it now? Before, because I don't know whether the chat will be saved. Let me save it on the other thing. Let me put it in my search box. So it's there. Oh, okay. Got that one. Got it. Got it, Lavon. I'll be checking that out. Okay. Is it not showing it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? So they know, so there's people out there who literally know how to get into the socialite circles, how to get into it, who to get into it, lamps and all that. So that's why when you see them looking and doing certain things, that's why I used to follow a lot of them, some to an extent, but I stopped following them because, to be honest, right, they don't even do nothing for the people. And on top of that, if you really think about it, right, though they're all amongst all them peoples and all that, some of them are quite sad. They have quite sad lives. You know, they'll be married. They'll be married and all sorts. Oh, I must be popular. See, I'm getting bots. They'll be married and all sorts, and they are not happy. They are not happy in themselves. They themselves will pretend to be something. That's similar to the boys that kill their parents, all sorts. So, though she was a very good con woman, I will say, right? But they fell for it hook, line, and sinker. As you saw on the video, she was saying, making out like, okay, I can get a helicopter. By that time, she had no money to her name, right? No money. She was using her friend card at that time. So she just was living in fantasy island somewhere in her head, right? So, she herself, hold on, let me see, I know it's high. She herself now, yeah, she needs a psycho, she needs to be psychologically checked. I would say, as a person, she needs to be checked. She has lots of problems. I mean, obviously, in Russia, I think it was around, I don't know whether she left around about Putin time or certain time. She obviously had something going on with her. All this grandeur of being a gangster's daughter, all this, it's just all in her head. She was just so good at what she did. You know, let me see if I could find another one. Let me see if I could find another one on her. Okay, so I'm gonna show this one as well. Oh, look at me. Oh, where is it? Okay, I think that's it. Oops. Where did I go? Oh, wait. Yeah. So this lady here was the one who blew up, you know, who she was, who actually got her found, who got her sorted. I think she got back all her money as much as she can. Right. They said right now she's a freelance photographer right now, this lady. And she was greatly hurt by this girl, by this woman, greatly hurt by her. She literally, Bernie scammed thousands of people out of retirement money and life saving. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Wow, Lavon, really? Wow. So I tell you, so even as much as these people are making out like nobody cannot enter their spaces, seems like people can enter their spaces. And this thing, hold on, let me get rid of this because it's just annoying me. Well, I'm coming. See, my daughter's calling already. Let me get rid of some of these things. So, she is a very interesting. If ever you get a chance to watch the Netflix, because I don't want to give it all away, obviously, you know what I mean. Um, this story might more or less writes itself how it goes with her, because she was in Rikers Island, like, as of all of her, Rikers Island. So to them it was a major crime, because the way they sent her straight to Rikers Island. um you can just see the mindset, but she definitely needed I will say, a therapy, some kind of therapy done. She just was, wait a minute. Okay, so we're gonna look at, when I go check the bubble out. Hold on. I'm just gonna show you her Instagram because her Instagram is still up. Is this her Instagram? That's not even her. Hold on, the baby's calling me. So many Anna Delveys now. Can't even find her now. Anyway, but yeah, she definitely was big on the Instagram, big on photographs being shown wherever she is. This is where I am. Look at me. Honestly, when you like I said, when you watch this thing, okay, right? Like I said, you never think the grass is greener, okay? You never think the grass is greener because these people these rich people, they live in a very delusional world, right? As well. So she was very easily turned something into Anna Delvey foundation she wanted to create. So when you hear about all these foundations, sometimes right, they're just conning their own rich people, basically, in a nutshell. But she was just able to get into them circles. But I'll tell you one thing, like I said, it opens your eyes to people, who they are, how you see them. The old wimpy scam. I gladly pay you for Tuesday and a hamburger today. Yes. Eh. They are definitely very they're plastic. They live in this world. It's like a whole different world to the normal world. Well, what we think how they live is not how they live. So this woman, she was telling them the most, and they was just believing. They was all eating it up, all eating it up, and you're just like, wow, like. So even though she's delusional, some of them are delusional too because they have their own little problems as well, their own little flaws and stuff like that. So please, if you have Netflix, take a look at this. It is just one of those ones where you just feel, wow. My friend says she liked her, but I get why she liked her because she had that push in places where she wanted to be. She wanted to be in certain spaces. The only thing with her is the way she dressed. That's what made her stand out, wearing the baby doll dresses and stuff like that. They like she got like certain people saw through that. Certain people had to redress her and all that. Her hair always looked rough, mind you. She never looked like, you know, tidied or nothing extraordinary. She just looked very thingy. She just looked very, very crazy. Her hair just looked crazy. Like, she wasn't always well polished. Like, all the other ones, they were well polished, well put together, hair done. She was taking their glasses, all sorts of things. Like, you just like, wow. But yes, I would say she is the Mrs. Rigsby of this series. She definitely was that. So if ever you get a chance to watch it, I might even just watch it again. Who knows? But it was just interesting to watch this whole thing play out because I've listened to the podcasts and I've listened and I've read the story over and over and over. So to see it actually played out on Netflix, it is just like, wow. She was definitely a strange person, very strange in her head, weird. I think she comes under weirdo for me. Creepy, probably a dork, they will call her in America. She would be seen as the corny one. Yeah. So if ever you get a chance to go and look at this Netflix series, take a look at it and tell me what you think in the comment section. I would love to hear your opinion on it, whether it's the same to think how I'm thinking when I was watching it. Yeah. So with that said, I'm going to come out fallout now. So with that, I would like to say thank you for those who came through. Oh, my thing's just gone dark. Thank you for those who came through. So thank you, Trips House, Moonfay, Real Talk, where's Lavon? Lavon. Oh, please subscribe to Lavon because he does the same thing you do, Real Talk. He does motivational speeches as well. So maybe go check his channel as well, okay? And yeah, thank you for coming, really. Thank you for coming. I mean, like, yeah, this is just one of those things that have to be spoken about because there's people like this all over the world, all over in our spaces, infiltrating, saying the right words, whatever. So you have to be able to recognize these people, you know. I might have to look up about a few things what this lady has. She has definitely grandeur as well. And though she's only young, well, she might be older now. She's out. I think she's out. Or I think she's been out for a long time already. I don't think she's still in Rikers anyway. So, with that said, I'm going to go. Have a good day. I'll see you next time round. Tidy bye. Bye.